I'm a professor. I teach at the university. I was the kind of person that I didn't realize that you had to have credit, so I operated on cash only. And that really doesn't help you. I thought, here I am, this older consumer, and I thought not having credit, using my debit card all the time would be a positive. But what I found out after going to the credit union that day is it's not a positive because you need some sort of history. I went to the local credit union here to get a signature loan, and my credit score wasn't at the level that I needed to be approved for a signature loan. And going to different places didn't give me that history. I had to go to a company that would at least take a chance and say, okay, she's got this great job, she's got this great income. There's something about her that will give her this loan, and they did. And as a result, it's been a wonderful experience. I think one of the things that really helped me was the fact that I did get the loan, that I did qualify. If it wasn't for that company trusting me enough to say, I'll take a chance on you, I would not have been able to increase my score. And after all this time, I am now credit worthy. And I have to give them credit for that, because if it wasn't for that installment loan, I wouldn't have been able to deem myself worthy and to get a credit score that I have now that qualifies me for just basically anything. I would say the terms were not only affordable, I was like, oh, wait, I can pay more than that. But they made it where it was definitely reasonable. My monthly payments were reasonable. I could make that. Plus, I think I paid a little bit more on the loan just because I wanted to thank them for trusting me. So I did pay a little bit more than the installment. But yes, they were wonderful staff. I think a lot of times we don't think about the people that actually have to go through your application and make the decision. But I would say for the most part it was a wonderful experience. On a scale of 1 to 10, it was definitely a 10. My credit score has not only doubled, but it has qualified me to get all kinds of different loans. I now am eligible for a car loan, and I am so very pleased that I did that. Critics need to understand that there's diversity in loan companies. Just like you have diversity in people, there are differences in the kinds of loan companies that are out there. And I think they need to at least do a little research and get a background and understand that there are great places that are doing a great service for people like me. If it wasn't for that loan company, the installment company, taking a chance, I wouldn't have the great car that I have now, a car that's a lot more secure, newer than I've been able to afford. And again, I owe it all to them and taking a chance. If it wasn't for a person that I trusted telling me this is where you need to go and this is the place you need to go, I don't think I would have done that, because again, I did have perceptions, but since that time, it's been about a year, I found out that they were wrong. And I would say for every critic or any person that has a bad impression or a bad thought, the first thing that they need to do is look into it a little more, and you might learn a lot. I'm middle class, and had it not been for an installment company, someone like me, I have 2 children, I have a great family, I have a great background, I have an awesome job. Very high quality professional job, and yet I had banks that told me, no, you can't get a loan. So where do I go? Social services isn't going to help. I don't qualify for medical assistance from the state. So what do I do? Where do I turn to? What kind of housing would I afford? If it wasn't for an installment loan company, I wouldn't be able to get a house, and I wouldn't have been able to get my car. I have so many thoughts, because it does anger me that we have critics, that we have people, whether they're, I don't want to say politicians or whatever their agenda might be, a lot of times they forget about the people and to look at the individuals that they might be affecting, from the people who work at the companies to people like me. That's why I love what you guys are doing, because they put a face with situations, and I just hope that somebody, maybe one of the critics, if not all of them, take a minute to listen to each one of us and hear our case and maybe take time to come and talk to us and ask me. You guys know where to find me. And maybe if they came and talked to me, they might get a different perspective and realize, don't fight my battle for me. If there's a company that's taking advantage of me, I'm smart enough to figure that out and I'll fix it. When can we say we've seen something like that where people are willing to leave their work or leave their job to support something that they believe in? We have that statement, actions speak louder than words, and that's why I'm here. That's why it was important for me to take time off to be here, because I believe wholeheartedly in the company that believes in me. So again, I would say to every critic, please, please take time to get to know the people that you're affecting.